Hello, 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 hello. This is all new broadcast technology here at Musical Intervention. We're here to experiment and also celebrate 5 years at being in downtown New Haven, 23 Temple Street. My name's Adam Christofferson. I'm the founder and director of Musical Intervention. And I want to recap the last 5 years with you. And I really hope that you'll join us. We have a Zoom link, so if you have any memories of Musical Intervention and being here and you wanted to share some, just follow the link and yeah, we'll get you in on here. I want to pass it over to my ride or die, my man, Jeremiah Brown. Take us there. Thank you, Jeremiah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, soak that in for a little while. That's been a constant in my life, a sustaining constant. Yeah, thank you, Jeremiah. My hands are sweating like crazy over here. I got in on it. I'll have you get going and a little bit. So this is exciting. Really cool stuff going on. I want to take you through some of the Facebook videos that we've uploaded throughout the years. Let's go there real quick. So I was looking back, and right there is my man Jeremiah 5 years ago, playing for the amazing mayor, Tony Harp. Do you remember this, Jeremiah?
Share his gratitude for what he does.
Yeah, we gotta get the high definition stuff going.
Thank you, Mayor, for making this possible.
Anyways, that was the late and great Andy Wolf. We all miss him greatly. He was a trip. So it was around this time we finished this grant that I got from the Arts Council of Greater New Haven, and we did some open mics at soup kitchens and met all this really amazing people that we started doing life with. This is one of the songs we did, prepared for the green, actually. You gotta do HD. I don't know why I keep choosing that. That was a cool dance we had going. So we got Destiny, Lupe, Catherine, Jupiter. We got Mama over here, Punsi, and Shy. And my boy Hector Rodriguez there in the back, keeping the drums going. So this was an interesting situation. We had just rented this spot, and the guy let us kind of rent it for a little while, and then didn't want homeless people, there. So we were kicked out of here, and then we had to fend for ourselves out in the green. This is around December 2015. So we were looking for more places to go, and luckily we were fortunate enough to find 23 Temple Street. And 23 Temple Street was vacant for the most part. It was a project storefront space, and they had an opportunity that really was something I had wanted so long in my life, and worked up into it, and God made a way, and it was really, really special. We opened our doors April 2016. On this day. And I'll take you on a little more of a journey to kind of show you some of the surprises along the way. So here it is. Let music fill the streets. You'll notice the windows aren't too filled. It's my boy Christian and Erica. Keys to a Dream, our first event. Art, photography, and music. And I just want to show you some photos of what was going on during that time. That's really amazing. They were they were really going for it. I do quite miss them. So one thing that was really super amazing that I'll touch on later are the people that came through. But here are some photos of the work that was done during the time of building it. So this is the initial stage that we had here, and the city had us tear it down. Building department does not want a wooden structure for a stage, and so we tore that down after building it. Right here, my father up here, and Jim, our contractor. We were able to get a building permit to do some official building, as you could see. My boy Andrew Gargiulo here supporting the initial build. My father here on the left wearing the musical intervention gear. And from the moment we even opened, or not even opened to the public really, people were coming through and really using the space. Here's a nice little photo of the space before it, it went through so many transitions. It was unbelievable. And I have to really give a huge shout out. I'm sure he'll be coming up in a little bit. It's Mike Norris here helping out with the electrical. And so when we found out, this might be Christian with the motorcycle in here, I'm not sure. One thing's for certain, Um, I forgot to record. Let me just record this really quick. Better late than never, everybody. So yeah, so when the building department had us take down our stage, we had to figure out, we had to get creative on how we were going to rebuild the stage. And apparently the building department is fine with concrete blocks as a foundation. And so the Morrow family allowed us to come through their demolition site and grab a ton of these blocks right here. And there they were. That's the foundation of the musical intervention stage. What was somebody's trash, cast it away into the dump, we used, salvaged, and brought back to life in a whole new way. And there's Christian playing the first song on the stage. You'll notice Jeremiah was there also. So I want to highlight this couple right here, Warren and Raquel. Warren I met late night when I couldn't figure out how to get a building permit. I had met him just randomly. I spoke Swedish to him, and he spoke Swedish back to me, and it was an immediate connection. And I invited him over to the empty space, and I said, I don't have a scaled floor plan. They needed a scaled floor plan. I didn't know how to do that. I was Googling it and it just wasn't happening. They kind of laughed at me too because I drew one. Anyways, Warren told me that he was an architect, and that night he measured the entire space, and the next morning he had a hand-drawn scaled floor plan for me to hand into the building department where they would finally take us seriously. Also, you'll notice my man here on the left. This is Amen Ra, my fantastic friend and unbelievable artist. He was our resident artist from the get, just before actually. See if I have his piece anywhere, somewhere up here. Yeah, Amen was a humongous help, humongous help. There's Charlotte. And I think his name was Steve over here on the left. He came through painting, and really, really, really amazing painter. And we're ready to go. We had to remember this May 22nd, getting ready for our grand opening. Here's Jeremiah. I had a lot of my friends there at the grand opening celebration. And so you can imagine, you know, celebrating, like, look at this space. You know, it's like from another world. And all of these things were upcycled too. Most of the stuff I got from Urban Miners. And they were just, at that moment, relocating their space. They needed to make room, so things were a little marked down. And Steve Rogers gave me this little bar over here that we could sell water. I should say give water away. This is me putting the floor together, making that stage look fine as can be. But yeah, the community came together right off the bat to put this place together. And kind of leads me to the next point of like the people that came through the door. You know, I had this dream and this desire to create this kind of space since I was about 17 years old. And I kind of knew what it looked like. I knew what we wanted, you know, like what I wanted to see here. You know, a space where the wandering could go and find their refuge and be creative and spontaneous and celebrate life in all of the great ways. And the one thing that was the biggest surprise since I opened up was the people that came through the door. I had no idea that was going to happen like that or who was going to come through. And once I started seeing the people come through, it made so much more sense, you know. Let's make this a little bigger here. So yeah. These are photos by Lee Bisbee. And he really took care to capture so many of the profiles of the people that were here. There's Amen Ra. Just before that's Rusty Drake, Geo Beeman. See, these guys were my inner circle. They were my elders. They kept watch over the space. They were my key holders. John Ciel spent a lot of time. Here's Wilhelmina over here in the color photo. One of my favorite singers. She is amazing. But she came through in a big way as a key holder and as a mentor and friend. She was the mama of the house the last 5 years. This here is my father, Paul, wearing my hat. And just the faces of people that have come through. Rachel Schmidt, she was our coordinator for quite a while. She did so much for this space. This is our band, the Thunder Diggin' Show. We rock and roll. There's a little Jonah Shanahan. Our Liv Hess. Our fantastic artist, Igor. James Cunningham was an incredible volunteer coordinator for a while. I think we had 30 volunteers at one point. Really, it was a bunch of people that just wanted to be here and contribute. Just so much diversity, so much talent, various walks of life. I mean, we opened our studio to anybody, creating the drug and alcohol free zone, and just providing that outlet for people to be expressive without judgment, feeling like they were home. Joe was really funny. He was the first voice on Musical Interventions Volume 1 CD. You can listen to that on SoundCloud, I think. And don't forget, I'm an artist also, and so, a lot of work goes into putting this all together and creating this and paying the bills and all of that stuff. There's Aaron Crotty, Matt Bennett up here. And, the open mics, these nights that we had to perform were really saviors to me, because at the end of the day, I need musical intervention just as much as I provide it to others. And so getting a chance to play is so important in the midst of all the work that needs to be done to maintain the safe environment and inclusive atmosphere. And there's Gray. I've seen Gray in some time. And this incredible talent. I'm sharing with you pictures and pictures upon pictures, and they capture the individuals, But these open mics were so amazing. I mean, you just never knew what was going to happen. And just a huge thank you to Lee for coming almost every Thursday night and documenting this. He has really grown as a photographer. And if anybody's looking at all to hire a photographer, he's the man. Follow him on all of those Instagram stuff. Oh my gosh, I could go all day with this. Oh, there's my lovely wife before we were married. Yeah, I could keep going on and on for this. Why don't we get a little music break with our very lovely Jeremiah Brown, everybody. Yeah. Man, while you were, thank you, Jeremiah. And while you were playing that, I was going through some more photos, and I can't help but, acknowledge the founder of, the real founder of musical intervention, in my opinion, Michael Goodwin. And, he paved the way for me in music. This guy here, we lost him this past year, and it's what can you say besides, being just super grateful and being super fortunate to be open to folks, in your life that are willing to invest in you. And he did that for sure. He gave me the guitar and taught me how to write songs. He just had a certain way about him, and had just an incredible presence. He's the blues man, so we definitely honor him. And then, just as you were singing it, Tina popped up.
Wow.
Yeah, And we also lost Tina this past year, and she was just kind of everywhere in musical intervention before she went out to Chicago, And she battled cancer, for years upon years, and she carried herself here as a princess. I mean, she would dance as if there was no tomorrow, and these are incredible people that this place is housed. Musical intervention is housed, and we all gather together, and so we definitely honor those two for their contribution to the space and into all of our lives, really. And there's Tina. I mean, I can go through these pictures all day long. Can't forget this man here, Lockdown Louie. This is our guy, and he's been our steady beat. He's one of the most fantastic drummers, very cool cat, and he has just been super to have at the studio and to play countless drum sessions for everybody here. Here's a picture of us kind of gathering in the back. This is what it was like back then, before masks. Before masks. And it's really, really amazing. I mean, I could go on for hours and just let you guys soak in some of the magic that the space has been able to provide community. I mean, real community, being open to all types of people coming in through the door and looking at everybody through the eyes of their potential and their heart, and just believing that music and art can bridge the gap of so many differences, as it does on a regular basis. Eddie Crash, of course. Taylor Joyner. My man Amen Ra. All of the wide variety of characters that we have had come through the door and share their story and their gift. Yeah, it's just quite the trip it's been. So we even got a chance to partner with a few community organizations. What do we got here? Let's just go on down this one. This is a 9th Square jam sessions we were having for some time. Oh my gosh, what was that guy's name from The Voice? I don't think it was Jason. He was on The Voice, and we were all just jamming. Jeremiah looks a little young here, you might notice. I hope you guys can hear this.
I wasn't worried about a thing, 'cause I said there's always tomorrow.
I wonder, yeah, here's Caprice. Now, one thing I love about musical intervention open mics is people are always pointing at a mic for somebody to get up there. There's Caprice.
But I'm happy that's
Yeah. Tommy Keys, how can we forget Tommy Ice? Breeze is like, don't point at me unless I'm ready. Ah, man. Ah, there's Tina dancing now, you got it. I recognize that voice. Where'd that shirt go? I can go on forever. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, got some reverb going on here, but you can go online and check it all out. All of that stuff is on Facebook, all of those videos. It surprised me today because I hadn't looked at Facebook videos probably since I uploaded them or something like that. And so today I got a chance to kind of click on some of the stuff and I was just like, oh my God, like how cool, like these 5 years, right? And so it's been a tough year, obviously, with COVID. No real group stuff. We did have a small open mic at Ninth Square, and that was pretty cool. Socially distant and COVID, what I call it, responsible. We're able to do that, and in my opinion, nothing quite beats the event we had. I'm going to throw it up for you guys. Up top, the Temple Street Garage in, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. And yeah, I hope most of you guys remember or recall that, but I want to play you guys a little clip of it. I got to tell you guys, this was incredibly rewarding and just a profound experience to have 100 people up on top of the roof, shoulder to shoulder, singing one line of Lean on Me. Incredibly exhausting to make it happen. It was for Make Music Day, and I wanted to do a world record to get like 500 people on, which I'm really glad 500 people didn't show up because it was a lot to just do 100. But you want to talk about an experience where people come together from all races and backgrounds and everything. Just singing, singing a small line to make up an entire song. I mean, that's what it's all about, and it's kind of what life is about. And so some of these people I know, some of these people I've never met before, but I watch this video, I don't know, a bunch of times a year to just remind myself, like, music is a very powerful motor to come together and develop a better life for, the next generation coming up behind us. I mean, if we can't do this and lead by example, what do we got? Katie Jones and Cliff Cronin coming up. You won't Frank Durazzo. Talk about another mentor. This is my old man here, my father. And that he does. He's given quite a bit of hand to me in my life, and also in this space to other people. And my father's a great leader, and it's always been hands-on experience for sure. So I'll kind of let this keep going for you guys to get into it with me. Big shout out to Ian Applegate for filming this. This is the only break, but we came right back in on it. This is my mother-in-law. Armand. The Hess Man.
Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need
Oh, Matt Walton.
I just might have a problem.
that you understand.
We all need
Somebody
to lean.
This is my middle school teacher here.
There is a load.
you have to bear that you can't carry.
This is Jen Lewis, great social worker.
Right up the road, I'll share your
Our
load.
very own Henry Conlon. Henry Conlon right there. Watch out, he's gonna be famous.
Call me.
There's our Flash Man.
Call me.
She was amazing. The bass slapper himself. And Noah and the crew. And yours truly. Yeah, it was quite an experience right there. Cool. So that was cool. We obviously can't celebrate like that right now, but you know, we are looking towards the next Make Music Day in hopes to do a similar event, maybe a little more than shoulder to shoulder width apart, but definitely getting together again and celebrating the good stuff that we all miss. And so obviously I can't have everybody here on a regular open mic, which would have been last night, which would have been 5-year anniversary, watch out, like maximum capacity. I got a chance to kind of sit with it and rest in it and think long and hard about how I wanted to present the 5 years to everybody. And at first I was like, I don't want to, I can't handle it, you know, just overwhelmed and the rest of it. But you know, we want to take up production here. We see definitely potential moving forward here at Musical Intervention with more and more production value, video. We're talking about TV shows and much more recording and just a bunch of stuff. So we're experimenting now with some higher end tech and a teeny bit of know-how. Always looking for more know-how. If you know any know-howers out there, it would be great to bring some folks in on it. And I would say I'm getting pretty close to the end of this. I do want to mention the amazing time that we had. Geez, I don't even remember now. probably have a video of it. So 2018, I guess. This was in New York City. We got a chance to meet up with Andrew, and he had a storefront in New York City in Greenwich Village, and he just allowed us to utilize it. And we did a pop-up musical intervention in Greenwich Village, and it was immediate. Immediately we had all of these really incredible people coming through the door and just making music together, just like downtown New Haven. And this was kind of a culmination of everything, where we did a little showcase. And if you want, you can take a look at our Instagram, and it's pretty fairly captured. But you're talking about getting people together, and it works anywhere you go. That's just the truth. And so to finish strong, I definitely want to kind of talk about one of the biggest things within the last 5 years. Would 150% be my beautiful family right here. I got married, I got a house, and we got the most beautiful, precious baby girl there is. And out of all the 5-year things, there's really cool things, but this is forever, and I'm very, very blessed. Been through it, went through all of the stuff, struggle through in life, and I found my refuge with my beautiful wife, Suzanne, and now we have something together when two become one, and that is our little Alina Bird. And when I get a chance to reflect on these things, they bring me to tears for sure. So, yeah. So why don't we go to our lovely friend Jeremiah to take us out, and we look forward to catching up with you guys again if you want, and you're local. We do one-on-one sessions here. We have an isolation booth that has an air filter, and you could sing with it. And fairly soon, I believe we're going to start doing small groups, production groups, 5 people, and it's free to those who come, between 1:30 and 4 o'clock, and we offer that to the community, thanks to DEMIS, Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, and CMHC, and we're super grateful for all of that. I mean, come on. All right, so I got you, Jeremiah. Yeah. As you were playing, I'm just like sifting through these these photos. And Sennheiser came by and donated some equipment to us. Our relationship with Purge and our trip to Bonnaroo. I don't even think we talked about going to Bonnaroo. So it sounds like there's quite a bit more story to tell. Musical intervention, what do you think, Jeremiah? There's so much to tell. There's Frosty O'Keefe, huge love for all of these people. I know Michael. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, looking forward to celebrating with everybody again, and that's all you got, I think, for now. So stay tuned to what's next, and be prepared to be inspired. Please share, and if you'd really like to go out of your way, go out to YouTube. Check out all the videos that we have there, and subscribe, and we could surprise you now and again with some music videos that we're putting out or whatever stories we're going to be sharing. So thanks again for your time and love and support, and we will talk soon.